Hello, my friends, and today we have a very good news for today's headlines. Additional categories with existing visas are now allowed to enter. Tourists can apply entry exception document. Bureau of Immigration Commissioner Jamie Morante announced that they will be implementing the resolution of IATF on expanding the list of foreigners allowed entry to the Philippines starting February 16. In an advisory released by the BI yesterday, following IATF Resolution Number 98 beginning February 16, those with valid and existing visas who are not permitted to enter the country under the previous IATF resolutions are now allowed to enter. Additional categories with existing visas are now allowed to enter, Morente said. The list includes foreigners with valid 9G working visa, 9F student visa, special visa for employment generation or SVEG, and special investors residence visa, SIRV, under EO 63, issued on or prior to March 20, 2020 may now enter the country. However, those whose visas were issued after March 20 would still need to present an exemption from the Department of Foreign Affairs upon entry, Morente said. The resolution adds that holders of special resident and retirees visas or srrv and 9A temporary visitors visa may also be allowed to enter as long as they present an entry exception document. Entry exception document may be requested from the DFA's Philippine post near you. Before we move on to the next news, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to be notified on the latest updates in Philippines. Tourists can apply for an entry exception document. Bureau of Immigration Port Operations Division Chief Attorney Candy Tan details that not all tourists may be allowed entry, but tourists would need to present a pre-applied entry exception document. The entry exception document may be requested from the DFA's Philippine Post Abroad and will be subject to their assessment and approval, said Tan. Tan added that the visa-free privileges of foreigners from 157 countries remains suspended. Those who wish to enter the country under a tourist status must secure an entry visa first, said Tan. Only those that fall under the balikbayan privilege may be granted visa-free entry, he added. A balikbayan by law means a former Filipino, his or her spouse and children, and the spouse and children of a Filipino. Tan reiterated that only those traveling with a Filipino or a former Filipino spouse and are nationals of visa-free countries under EO 408 are entitled to the balikbayan privileges. If they will be entering the country without the Filipino or former Filipino spouse, then they would have to secure an entry visa, she stated. The Bureau of Immigration said that all passengers are required to have a pre-booked accommodation for at least 6 nights in an accredited quarantine hotel or facility. Despite the inclusion of other categories, we are not expecting a major upsurge since the number of arriving passengers remain controlled, said Tan. Arrivals are subject to the maximum capacity of inbound passengers set by the National Task Force for COVID-19, he added. Morente warned that those who were cleared for entry but subsequently found to have presented a fake booking for a quarantine facility by the Department of Tourism will be referred to the Bureau of Immigration for deportation proceedings. We warn those who will try to circumvent quarantine requirements by presenting fake bookings, said Morente. We are in close coordination with the Department of Tourism, who will refer to us anyone found to have presented fake documents during their arrival, he warned. So that's the news update for today, and I hope you find this information helpful. We are definitely going in the right direction, and I hope I'll see you on the islands soon. Take care, everyone.